Hey, I'm Kiesza hanging out on the Kelly Alexander show.
So excited to welcome back to the show one of my favorite Canadian artists who has won multiple Juno Awards, which is Canada's version of the Grammys, and also her fellow artist and producer of the song Sugar Jesus. It's Kiesza. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Hey, Kelly.
Thanks so much. Thanks. Can't even speak. Thanks so much for having us.
Super happy to have you on the show. And so we'll start off right away with regards to the new single, which is called Heaven Ain't Calling. So can you tell us how the song came about and if you knew that it was going to be something special?
Yeah, actually, it's really interesting because Sugar Jesus and I met so randomly. I was in Toronto and I was not planning on doing any sessions or any songwriting. I was here for just other reasons. And my manager was like, well, if you do want to work with somebody and you change your mind, here's like a list of people. And I just saw his name and I saw Sugar Jesus. And I was like, what kind of a name is that? So I was like, set up a session with Sugar Jesus. I just want to like look into this more. And we went in and we wrote 2 songs in that session. And this was the second one we wrote. Yeah, this was the second one we wrote. And the first one is going to be, it's weird. The second one is the first one, and the first one is actually going to be the next song out. But yeah, we worked this one day, and then we're like, wow, this is amazing. This chemistry that we have as musicians, and I was just kind of in the midst of deciding that I wanted to do another album, and it was a big decision because I was not able to do dance music for the longest time because I've been recovering from a head injury for half a decade now. And loud noises and bright lights and everything have just been really hard for my head. But I'm at a point where I've been able to handle it a bit more. So I was like, you know what? I miss dancing. I love dance music, and I want to get on the dance floor again. And I want to dance myself. So I was just like, hey, Sugar, you want to do a whole album? So then and it's been this journey. Like it's been so much more than just us getting in the studio making music. It's turned into I mean, there's just videos and theater shows. Like everyone's gonna find out what's coming. I don't want to give away too much right now, but it's like an artistic explosion what is coming.
So we're getting then, so this is first single is Heaven Ain't Calling, and then we're getting an album at some point this year.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Sugar, I'm just going to ask you a question. I wanted to know, like, how did you get into music, and how did it go towards dance music, or was it always dance music?
Yeah, I'm definitely from like a dance music background. I've always, I'm a DJ and producer, but I've also done music for kind of TV and stuff in the past as well. But yeah, so I have my own project, Sugar Jesus, and been releasing dance singles for years, but I've always been a big fan of Kiesza's. So getting the opportunity to work with her was amazing. But I was also like really keen to make a dance record with Kiesza. When I found out I could, we had this session.
Yeah, I'm like, do you want to make more? And it's been funny because Heaven has a banjo on it, and I remember the time when I was like, Sugar, the song needs a banjo on it, and he's like, can't put a banjo on this house track. And I was like, it needs a banjo.
It was our first like disagreement, creative disagreement.
I was like, it needs a banjo. And then anyways, then I went and got a banjo player against, I guess, his wishes, and then it really worked.
Yeah, it's great.
I
was wrong, but I will say, like, every song we do at some point, Kiesza will suggest getting a banjo player to play on it,
or a mandolin. So the whole thing is, this album is an infusion of electronic and very organic instruments.
Yeah.
So it has this. It's a very amazing balance of both worlds. Mm-hmm. And so it's there's a lot of depth in the music. So you can dance, you can cry, you can like dive into the lyrics, the songwriting, the storytelling, or you can just kind of surface level, just dance with the beat. So there are many layers. It's like each song is an onion.
And can you talk to us a little bit, because your album in 2014 obviously had a lot of, it was a good mix. Like, I still play your ballad piano. Like, I love that song.
Oh, I'm so happy you love that song. We didn't have time to because I was on a major label at that point, and they kind of drive the show more than, as an independent artist. Like, I like to be really involved in the rollout and what song comes after the next and the videos. And I with Hideaway, I was completely independent, but when I signed to a major label, I actually lost a lot of my ability to make decisions.
Mhm.
So we never got to do something for piano, and that was one of my favorite songs ever. Like I love that song.
It's amazing. Keep doing it at shows because it's like it's the jam. And so now that you're returning to dance, do you find like it's a progression of what you did back in 2014, a decade later, or is it a completely new vibe of dance for you?
Um, what I like to tell people is it's actually a more whole depiction of myself as an artist, because what I've done is I've taken where I came from, which was folk and singer-songwriting. And this is a whole side of myself that I almost daily am writing folk songs, almost like journal entries, but I don't actually put them out. They're so personal.
Mhm.
So I sometimes feel very vulnerable putting them out. But I decided that after coming to like experiencing a near-death experience, it woke me up in a different way. And I wanted a more whole expression of who I was out in the world. And so this brings together a balance of both worlds. It's taking that poetic singer-songwriter and it's merging it with the dance side of me. And literally the dancer. Like I love to dance and I love to perform and I love to go deep and explore philosophical ideas and kind of stretch people's mindsets. And there's little Easter eggs in the lyrics as well. So it has elements of what people love, and then it also has a side of me that I don't think many people know. So for me, it's my favorite album of all my albums.
Have you named it yet? I know we're not probably allowed to know it, but has it named yet?
Yes, it has a name.
Okay, amazing. And
I'll tell you after the interview.
can you talk to us? Because I know when I've had you on the show before, we've talked about the fact that you've written for other artists. Like I believe Rihanna was on the list and so on. And Jennifer Hudson. Do you have plans to write for other artists like going forward? Or are you really focusing on you over the next like several years?
Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna say it now, but like another like really big singer just reached out to me, and I realized I actually really I was a songwriter before I was an artist, and that's what I thought I was gonna be doing as my career until Hideaway took off. But I love trying to interpret what other people's experiences are, and trying to write for them. I think we all experience a lot of the same emotions, so it's just about kind of painting it, putting it on a different canvas. So absolutely. I just have to feel passionate about it. That's really important to me right now, is feeling like I connect with the artwork,
Mhm.
the vision, and feel like I won't just write for no reason. Like it has to connect to my values as a person, and I have to feel really excited and feel joy in everything I'm doing. So yes, I will be writing for other people, and I'm definitely in a good place for that right now. So yeah.
Talk to us about you being in LA, but then deciding to go to Norway for several months to work,
Yeah.
and I think to live. So tell us about the Norway experience and how that, if that's played at all into the music you're producing these days.
Well, one of the songs that you're gonna hear eventually, we wrote in Norway, and it's so great. Like I can't give away what's going on in the song, but so it did influence the music. I actually wanted to start giving back as an artist. I had a lot of trouble as an independent artist breaking into the industry, and I was just like, Canadian, we're all so nice in Canada, and maybe it works in Canada, but when you get to places like New York, people almost think like you're too nice, or like, what are you trying to get from me? And I actually struggled a lot as an artist, just getting into rooms and trying to be a songwriter, and I found people were very closed. So I want it to be the opposite. I want to be opening doors for the next generation. I want to be passing on all my knowledge. I want the next generation, people that I encounter, I want them to surpass me. I don't want to keep anyone below. So I started mentoring. There's a music school called Limpy, and it's in Norway. It's amazing. It was started by some friends of mine who are songwriters, and it's a really incredible school because they source from all over the world, and they bring about 50 students for 9 months, and they just turn them into these super songwriters, producers, songwriters, artists. So I go out there and I teach stage presence and songwriting, and I work with the students in a very organic way when I can. It's sort of it's when I'm able to go out. I had a chunk of time, and I went out for a few months last year, at the beginning of last year, and it was life-changing for me. I almost didn't come back. So, but yeah, it was just an opportunity to live in another place and also connect with myself before I go into this new chapter, because I had to sort of release a lot of the trauma of the past, you know, with the car crash, with the healing. There's a lot that I wasn't able to process because I was right in the middle of it. And I didn't want to carry all of that with me into this next chapter. So it was a bit of a sabbatical as well. Me kind of going, I lived in the woods. I had a cabin with no Wi-Fi. So I was very disconnected and able to connect with myself in a very deep way. And I felt like that gave me a big reset and prepared me for this next chapter.
Amazing.
Sugar came out.
Yeah.
When he arrived, and it was so funny because he arrived in Norway and I was right next to ski jumps. And so I was like, let me take you to see the ski jumps. And we didn't know that the world ski jump competition was going on. So there was just like world-class ski jumpers. He was like, does this happen all the time? And
it was like, yeah, we went to walk the dogs. It was like 100 meters from our home. It was the World Ski Jumping Championship. It was amazing.
It was like so cliche in Norwegian. It was amazing.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I'm impressed you guys didn't take up skeet shooting or something, or like when you do cross country stuff and then you shoot. It's good.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about touring? Are you going to tour? Because we'd love to have you here in Montreal.
Yes, I always come to Montreal because I honestly have the best shows in Montreal. I love my Montreal fans, and the audiences go nuts. So I never skip when I do my Canadian tour. So I would definitely be in Montreal. I have some cool concepts for tours that I want to do. Like I really want to change things up this year and have fun things going on in my show. So I'm not gonna give it away just yet. If you do come to I'm having like a little secret party, which I invited to you at the beginning, but if you did make it, you would see a little bit of what's going on.
Okay.
It's like a little taster.
And are you choosing because I know you're very supportive of Canadian stuff. Are you choosing a lot of Canadian dancers and stuff and choreographers to help you with putting all this stuff together?
Yeah, it's pretty much all Canadian actually. Minus Sugar's from the UK.
I'm a citizen.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
High five. It's very Canadian, this album. Oh, 1 second.
Amazing.
My phone just told me. Can you see me?
Yep.
There.
And just a couple quick questions before I let you go. And I'm going to ask them to Sugar too, because we're excited to have him in the interview. So I'll start with you, Kiesza, because I want you to finish this sentence. What is the best thing about Montreal?
Okay. I don't want to say crepes.
Yeah.
but I always get crepes when I'm there. The best thing about Montreal is the creativity. I find there's just this vibrant, it's like a current of creativity that's abstract that I find there. And people are just, they're always looking for new ideas. I find a lot of places are copying each other, but I find in Montreal, there's just a lot of people expanding and trying to find new territories. And I love that.
Would you ever move here?
I have thought about it actually. Yes, I would absolutely. I love Montreal. Montreal.
Yes, yeah. I'm gonna hold that to you. And now Sugar has to move here also. So
I love Montreal too.
There's so much music in the live music scene there. It's like a melting pot of musicians. It's such an amazing place to actually create and get influence from other artists.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think it's one of the best places to be coming up as an artist and expanding yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I find, a lot of cities you're going to just be kind of told to do the same thing, but in Montreal you're going to be expanded.
I think so. I mean, the creative communities you can find in Montreal are probably second to.
Yeah,
and I think dance music for us here is huge, right? Like we love dance music. Like Montreal.
Yes, when my shows in Montreal, people go nuts. Like it's the biggest energy in all of Canada.
I still have on my phone. You were here one time. I think you were playing Metropolis, which is now MTELUS.
Yeah. That was amazing.
And I have video of you doing a handstand across the stage.
Yes, I still do that.
Keep it up. So I wanted to ask you as well. I'm going to start with Sugar. Is there another artist or producer on the planet that you'd love to collaborate with?
Oh, and I will say Kiesza was one of those artists that I dreamt of collaborating with, which has now come true, which is amazing. Another one would be Robin, the Swedish.
That's. I mean, I would say the same
yeah.
thing.
Okay.
I mean, she.
Great taste.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We actually, my friend knows her, so that might happen.
Kiesza, can you tell us who you would switch places? Like, which top 40 artists would you switch places with for one day and why?
Bruno Mars. I like his dancing.
He's always having
vibe.
fun, isn't he? He's always having fun.
Yeah. I love Bruno Mars.
And he seems to have like a 17-piece band also. So
exactly. I want to experience the 17-piece band and all the guys.
His shows look so fun.
Yeah.
They're all having a good time. I wanted to ask you, and we'll start with Sugar on this one. What is always in your fridge?
Oh, for me, I mean, I eat a lot of bread.
I don't eat a lot of bread because I have a gluten allergy. What is in your fridge? That's such a random question.
Bread's not a great
Never
answer
been asked that. I love that you asked us this question.
Yeah.
Are you asking that to me too?
I am.
What's always eggs.
Okay, that's good.
I pretty much.
There's two wild answers for you.
Yeah.
Bread and eggs.
A lot of eggs. A lot of like that. Good protein.
That's perfect because this is where like your fans really get to know you, right? So it's good. Sugar, back to you. What is the screensaver on your phone?
It is my wife and 2 children.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
In Montreal, actually.
In
Montreal.
His daughter is going to be a superstar.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my gosh. She's amazing. She's singing nonstop. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And what's your screensaver, Kiesza?
I have my dogs.
Perfect.
I have 3.
I have 3 too, so I understand it. Yeah. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of dogs do you have?
We have 3 rescue huskies.
Oh, I love that you rescue huskies. They need to be rescued.
Least favorite household chore?
Laundry.
I actually love doing laundry.
Yeah.
I find it very meditative.
I'm too impatient.
Yeah. I understand. Kiesza, what's your least favorite household chore?
I think like cleaning toilets.
Yeah. That's worse.
Yeah. I'm never like, I'm always like, maybe I should just get someone else to do it.
That's perfect. And Sugar, back to you. And this will be interesting because I'm assuming you're going to tell me a British show here. What TV show from your childhood would you love to see either remade or rebooted?
Oh gosh. I mean, one of my favorite shows when I was growing up was the UK Office, but that's obviously been remade and become a massive thing over here. I don't know. There's a show called Nathan Barley in the UK that went completely under the radar, and it was by the same people that do like Black Mirror, and it was absolutely brilliant.
Did you ever see The Mighty Boosh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Amazing.
So I'd say that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Kiesza, rebooted childhood show?
I mean, Inspector Gadget was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty vintage. Awesome.
That's
and before we wrap up, do you have a message for your Montreal fans?
Bonjour, comment ça va? I'm just very excited to release this song and all the music coming, and I really thank you for hanging in there while we took the time to create this amazing album that's coming. And I'm just really excited to come to Montreal and dance with all of you and share this new journey. It really is a new chapter, and it's a new side of myself that I'm finally sharing with the world. And I hope that this inspires creativity in all of you. So I'll see you soon.
Hey, it's Kelly, and I just want to take a moment to thank you so much for all of the support that you continue to show The Kelly Alexander Show and our latest program, Just Dance, that I co-host with award-winning choreographer Tina Landon. We've been having so much fun on Just Dance, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. We've done interviews with Brian and Scott Nicholson, who work with Ariana Grande, RJ and Nick, who work with Pink and Katy Perry, Luther Brown, who works with our girl Janet Jackson, and the list goes on and on. And we also have many surprises coming for you in this coming year. So please sign up and join us to have lots of fun. hy.page/Kelly Alexander Show, our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/Kelly Alexander Show, and our newsletter, which is kellyalexandershow.com/subscribe.